Okay, back in Job chapter 1, verse 19, and it says, "And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smote the four corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they were dead, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee." Then Job rose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshiped. Okay, what did Job do? Job shaved his head, okay, and he fell down on the ground and worshiped. Worshiped who? Yahweh Shema Shai. In the midst of him going through all the things that just happened, he still fell down and worshiped Yahweh Shema Shai. He said, showed the Lord that he was low. Okay, I am nothing. Okay, and I'm gonna fall down and I'm gonna worship Yahweh Shema Shai. And he said, "Naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall return hither. The Lord gave, and the Lord have taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord power." Yahweh Shema Shai, man. So this is a great example of things, how to carry yourself. The integrity that Job had, okay, that's the same integrity that we should carry along in this truth. When our everyday battles, stuff happens, okay, Satan hit us from left, right, bam, bam, a snowball effect of events, of things, losing people or whatever the case may be. Okay? Look at what Job did. He fell down on the ground and worshiped Yahweh Shema Shai. And he said, "You know what? Naked I came in, naked I should leave. I didn't come in with nothing, and I'm gonna leave out with nothing but the truth of Yahweh Shema Shai." That's all that matters. Okay? He the one that gave life. Okay? He the one that gave everything that I have. So I'm gonna worship him, okay, for giving it to me, and I'm gonna worship him for taking it away. Because it all goes to the Lord. It's his. It says, "In all this Job sinned not, nor charged Yahweh Shema Shai foolishly." See, even when all this go on, that you still don't sin against our true power, which is Yahweh Shema Shai, Yahweh the Father and Yahweh Shai the Son. You see? So we that's what you have to hold on to. Okay? You know, which is a great example. Okay, and then I'm gonna go down in verse 2, read a little bit in verse 2, because the same thing came along after that. Job he held his integrity, okay, and then Satan basically came back to the Lord again and told him, "You know what? Well, let me put the sore bowels on Job. Okay, let me touch him physically. Okay, okay, he didn't curse you when I took everything away. Well, let me touch his body and see what happened." And the Lord basically told Satan, "Well, go ahead." He told him, "Go ahead again, but don't kill him, though. Save his life." You see? And so that's what happened. Job got the sores all over him. Okay, you know. So I'm gonna read a few verses in there. This chapter 2, Job chapter 2, and it says verse 5, it says, "But put forth thy hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face." That was Satan told the Lord, okay? "And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life." See, he told him, but save his life, don't kill him. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord power, and smote Job with the sore bowels from the sole of his foot unto his crown. Verse 8, "And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, Doest not does thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die." See? And then his wife, okay, she was there along with him when everything was going good. And then when all this evil, when all this came along with Job was getting tried, she told him that you should just basically curse God and die. You see? So, which is another great example. You can't depend on these women, man. You can't depend on your woman. When all hell breaks loose, you don't know what your woman gonna do. You see? And if she turn and tell you to curse the Lord and die, what are you gonna do? You gonna stand up for Yahweh Shema Shai and you curse her? Or you gonna say, yeah, you right, baby. You know, maybe I ought to do that. No. Stand strong, man. Stand strong until death, man. Stand strong until you to your last breath. Okay? And worship and serve Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, because it's going to count. Okay? It's going to count. It says, verse 10, but he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at thy hand of Yahweh Shema Shai, and shall not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips. See? So he told her, you talking as one of these foolish women. Okay? You think that we can just receive all the good from the Lord and not receive the evil? Remember, Yahweh Shema Shai is all about balance. You can't receive all the good and then think you're not going to receive any bad. You see? It's going to happen. It's coming. You see? But stand strong. Hold your integrity when it happens. Okay? And it says, verse 11. Now when Job's 3 friends heard of all this evil that was come upon him, they came every one from his own place. Okay, so like, you know, I want this last verse. This is the point. It says, so they sat down with him, his 3 friends. They sat down with him upon the ground 7 days and 7 nights, and none spake a word unto him, for they saw that his grief was very great. And this the point I wanted to make off of that. Okay, when you're going through, right? When you're going through your lows, okay, guess what? Your righteous buddies, friends, the men that's pushing with you in the truth. Guess what, y'all come together. They don't even have to say anything upon that situation. Okay, just their presence. Okay, because y'all walking in the same spirit. That alone is enough. We don't even have to talk about the situation. Okay, we can talk about Yahweh Shema Shai. We can get together and do a video. But what I'm going through, we don't have to talk about it. Just your presence alone showing me that your support. Okay, if I send you a text message and say, you know what, brother, you was in my spirit, just checking on you, bam. Okay, and then hey, that's it. And the brother may text you back and say, you know what, hey, the water for checking on me, brother. You know, continue to send prayers up. You know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. The water, and that's it. Okay, that's all we need right there, because we have Yahweh Shema Shai. We have these the scriptures to turn to. Okay, and let the Lord deal with it, because we all suffering. We all are going through different things in life. Okay, that Yahweh Shema Shai has allowed Satan to come at us with, to try us, to see what are we gonna do in old times. You see, because it's easy to serve the Lord when everything's good, but when you're going through and you low, then that's where you see where you at. Okay, and then you build from there. Okay, then build from there. Okay, you know what? Would I handle this way? I wonder, did I handle it the right? Well, I need to pray to the Lord so that when this happens again, I can be more on point with it. Okay, so that if I did do this wrong, I can correct it, you know, right away, and then continue to move forward. Okay, that's how you deal with it, you know. So Job, this was a great example for us to go by, you know. That's why it's here, so that we can apply these things to our life. Remember, you have to apply the word to your everyday life. You can't just talk it. You have to apply it, okay? You know, so with that, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and safety to the elect. Shalom.